Good morning. In the last lecture, we discussed quantization of momentum. From this chapter, we completed 3 articles: one-dimensional box, quantization of energy or energy quantization, one-dimensional box, wave function, one-dimensional box, momentum quantization. And the next article is harmonic oscillator. Next article, harmonic oscillator. It is the device which produces simple harmonic motion. What is the condition for production of harmonic oscillations? The condition for production of harmonic oscillations is the restoring force. Presence of restoring force is very important for production of simple harmonic motion. Why it is necessary? The restoring force takes the moving particle from extreme to mean position or equilibrium position, either from left extreme or right extreme to the equilibrium position. But the inertia of the oscillator causes overshoot about the equilibrium. Let us see what is meaning of all these things. You have performed simple pendulum experiment, bar pendulum experiment, Kitter's pendulum experiment. For simplicity, let me consider a simple pendulum experiment. You have one long, thin, unstretchable string tied to one rigid end. Other end of this string is tied to a bob, which is a point mass. When the simple pendulum is at rest, the bob will be at the mean position or equilibrium position, and there are no oscillations. Take the bob from mean position to either left extreme or to the right extreme. Displace this either towards left or towards right with very small distance. It is displaced from the equilibrium and mean position and left. When you are taking the bob from equilibrium position towards left by a small distance, work is done in taking the bob from mean position to the left side by a small distance, and opposing force is developed for this motion. Opposing force is developed, the force which opposes motion of this bob from equilibrium to one extreme position. That force is known as a restoring force. As soon as we leave it, as soon as we leave the bob, when we displace it from equilibrium to extreme position and leave it, it will not left here, it will not stay here. What will happen? The restoring force tries to restore the original position of the bob. The restoring force takes the bob to the mean position. The restoring force takes the bob to the mean position. This is the function of the restoring force. But this bob has some inertia. Because of this inertia, when the bob comes at the mean position, at the equilibrium position, its kinetic energy will be maximum. And this maximum kinetic energy at the mean position does not allow the bob to stay at the mean position. It takes the bob to the other extreme. When the bob moves from the mean position to other extreme, again restoring force is developed, opposing motion of the bob from mean position to the other extreme. When the kinetic energy becomes zero at this other extreme, it will be momentarily at rest, and the restoring force again takes it back to the mean position. But due to the inertia, again kinetic energy at the mean position is maximum, and this maximum kinetic energy takes the bob to the other side. This will be continued. If no dissipative forces are present in the medium where the simple pendulum is set into oscillations, the simple pendulum will be continued to be in motion, will continue to make the harmonic oscillations for infinite time. But as we know, every medium has certain dissipative forces. Because of these dissipative forces, the energy provided to the bob in displacing from mean position to one extreme is utilized in overcoming these dissipative forces, and when whole of the supplied energy to the bob is spent in utilizing these dissipative forces, the bob will come to rest. The harmonic motion will die completely. If the displacement during these harmonic oscillations is very small, the force acting on the bob, that is the restoring force, will be linear, and this linear force will be directly proportional to displacement of the bob from the mean position or from the equilibrium position. Mathematically, this can be written as F is equal to minus kx, equation number 1, where this force is the restoring force. K is the force constant per unit displacement, and x is the displacement. Minus sign, restoring force opposes motion of the vibrating body, the vibrating particle from mean position to any extreme. Minus sign is coming because of it. According to second law of motion, this linear force is given by F is equal to ma. This force is given by F is equal to ma. But what is A? A is the acceleration which is given by d2x by dt square. With this value of A, this force will now become F is equal to m into d2x divided by dt square, equation number 2. Let us compare equations 1 and 2. When we compare equations 1 and 2, what we find, LHS are same, and therefore you must compare the RHS of these two. Equate the RHS of these two, and that will be m d2x by dt square is equal to minus kx, or further m into d2x divided by dt square plus kx is equal to 0, or this is for the m d2x divided by dt square plus k divided by m into x is equal to 0, equation number 3. This is the differential equation for the oscillations, simple harmonic oscillations. This is the differential equation for simple harmonic oscillations. Solution of this differential equation is displacement x is equal to a into cos 2 pi nu t plus phi, equation number 4. X is displacement, A is amplitude, maximum displacement of the vibrating body or particle from the mean position. Cos, we displace the bob from mean position and take it to the extreme. Oscillations are measured from the extreme position, from the maximum displacement position, and therefore in the solution we have considered cos. If you measure the oscillations from the mean position, you can consider a sine here, okay, but as we are considering the oscillations from the extreme position, and whenever we measure the time period of oscillations, we always go from one extreme to other, 1, 2, 3, like that, and therefore the solution has cos. So solution for the displacement in the simple harmonic motion is x is equal to a cos 2 pi nu t plus phi. I told A amplitude, nu classical frequency of oscillation. It is also linear frequency of oscillation of the harmonic oscillator. Phi, the phase. The phase depends on the initial displacement of the harmonic oscillator. This nu, the classical frequency or linear frequency of vibration of the harmonic oscillator, is given by the equation nu is equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of k divided by m, equation number 5. Nu, the linear or classical frequency of vibration of the harmonic oscillator, is given by the equation nu is equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of k divided by m, equation number 5. Consideration of the harmonic oscillator in classical as well as modern physics is important. It is important to consider harmonic oscillator in classical as well as in modern physics, not because of its adherence to the Hooke's law. When the displacement is very small, okay, Hooke's law is obeyed. As I told, for production and maintenance of the harmonic oscillations, restoring force is required. If restoring force is there, then only we can have the harmonic motion, the simple harmonic motion. Otherwise, we cannot have the simple harmonic motion. Why it is important to consider harmonic oscillator in classical and as well as in modern physics? Not because of its adherence to the Hooke's law, which is seldom true. But what is true? Whenever the displacement is very small, the restoring force reduces to Hooke's law. Whenever the displacement is very small, the restoring force itself reduces to Hooke's law. So, whenever we consider harmonic oscillator in classical as well as in modern physics, it is not important to adhere to the Hooke's law, because it is not governed by Hooke's law. It is governed by the restoring force. When the displacement is small, the harmonic motion will be simple harmonic. The vibrations will be simple harmonic in nature, and the restoring force will reduce to the Hooke's law. Whenever a force is function of displacement, whenever a force is function of displacement, it is expressed in the form of Maclaurin's series. Whenever a force is a function of displacement, that force is expressed in terms of Maclaurin's series, and the restoring force, which is taken as function of displacement, may be expressed in terms of Maclaurin series as equation number 6. Whenever a force is function of displacement, that force is expressed in terms of Maclaurin series. Restoring force is function of displacement, and therefore that may be represented by this series. What about the first term? This force is observed about the equilibrium. Equilibrium, x is equal to 0, mean position. When displacement is 0, that position corresponding to mean position or equilibrium position. And what is the restoring force at equilibrium position? It is 0, and therefore the first term automatically becomes 0. The terms with x square, x cube, etc., square and higher powers of x will be very, very small, ignorably small, and therefore higher powers of differentials with higher powers of x will be simply ignored. And what left is only second term is left, and therefore this force is simply given as df by dx at x is equal to 0 into x, equation number 7. The restoring force producing and maintaining the simple harmonic motion is given by f of x is equal to df by dx at x is equal to 0 into x. Equation 7 will be true if this is negative. Equation 7 will be true if this differential is negative, and it can be seen here. Why it should be negative? Because the restoring force opposes displacement of the vibrating particle, vibrating body from its main position to either of the extremes, and therefore it should be negative. It means that whenever the restoring force is corresponding to very small displacement, Hooke's law is automatically obeyed. So what is the conclusion that can be drawn here? Hooke's law is important. Okay, we apply Hooke's law for small displacement. If we maintain small displacement in harmonic motion, the restoring force will be smaller one, and the motion will reduce to Hooke's law. Okay, so if we want to have simple harmonic motion is to be produced by a harmonic oscillator, the displacement should be very small, so that the restoring force will be reduced to the Hooke's law, and that way we can get the simple harmonic motion produced by the harmonic oscillator. One more function is important to maintain the simple harmonic motion: the potential energy. When the bob is taken from mean position to extreme, work is done. Okay, and when it is left at the extreme position, it starts oscillating. Okay, when the bob is moving from mean position to extreme position, a work is done, and when a work is done, that work done is stored as potential energy inside the bob. When it comes to the extreme position, either of the extreme position, its kinetic energy becomes 0. As kinetic energy becomes 0 at the extreme, it stops momentarily. The potential energy is stored. Work done is stored as potential energy inside the bob. This potential energy is function of displacement. This potential energy is also function of displacement. Restoring force is also function of displacement. It means that the potential energy is related with the restoring force. Kinetic energy becomes 0 at the extreme position. Potential energy will be maximum. Restoring force will be maximum. This restoring force takes the vibrating particle, vibrating body to the mean position. Potential energy started its conversion into kinetic energy. Okay, the potential energy becomes 0 when the bob comes at mean position. Restoring force becomes 0 when the bob or the vibrating particle comes at mean position, because displacement is 0 at the mean position. The kinetic energy will be maximum at the mean position because of inertia of the vibrating body, vibrating particle, and therefore instead of stopping at the mean position, the vibrating body goes to other extreme. So the potential energy function is related with the restoring force, and we can find this potential energy in terms of the restoring force. As I told, potential energy is the work done against the movement of the vibrating particle or body when it is taken from mean position to one extreme. It can be found, the potential energy can be found by taking the integration from 0 to x. 0, the displacement height, the mean position, x, the displacement height, the extreme position, and therefore the potential energy which is also responsible for the harmonic motion will be V is equal to minus of integration of f of x into dx. This is for the minus of integration of minus kx into dx. From equation 1, f of x is minus kx. Minus minus will become plus, k is taken outside being constant, x dx. This is k into x square divided by 2. Limits are 0 to x. And therefore, this potential energy V is simply equal to 1 by 2 kx square, equation number 8. Potential energy of the particle or the body performing simple harmonic motion is given by the equation V is equal to 1 by 2 kx square. The harmonic motion of the particle may be represented by a figure. Let me draw a simple figure which is representing simple harmonic motion, and that is what? Y-axis is taken as energy axis, x-axis is taken as distance axis. Here it is corresponding to mean position or equilibrium position. Okay. Now the particle is performing simple harmonic motion between these two extremes. This is mean position. And what is the potential energy here? 1 by 2 k a square. What is x? It is a here. It is also a here. So at this point potential energy will be 1 by 2 k a square. At this point potential energy will be 1 by 2 k a square. At this point potential energy will be 0. So the particle is moving from minus A to the mean position to plus A to mean position to minus A, and so on. You may call this as a potential veil. You may call this as a potential veil. The particle restricted to move inside the potential veil only from minus A to plus A and plus A to minus A. From minus A to plus A to minus A, this motion will be continued inside this potential veil. This is the classical picture of energy spectrum of a particle performing simple harmonic motion, or we may consider this as the energy spectrum of harmonic oscillator. We may consider this as the energy spectrum of harmonic oscillator. Quantum mechanics does not allow this type of classical picture for the harmonic motion. Classical mechanics does not allow this type of classical picture for the harmonic oscillator. Quantum mechanics anticipates few modifications to this classical picture. Quantum mechanics anticipates few modifications to this classical picture. Actually, quantum mechanics anticipates three modifications to this classical picture. The first modification anticipated by quantum mechanics to this classical picture is the energy spectrum of the harmonic oscillator is shown continuous. This energy spectrum is continuous. Continuous energy spectrum is not allowed by quantum mechanics. According to quantum mechanics, any harmonic oscillator can have discrete energy levels, discrete energy spectrum. It cannot have continuous energy spectrum. This picture will be true for certain energies only. It is not true for all the energies. It is true only for some specific energies. These specific energies are in accordance with the energy quantization. Energy is quantized. We have seen energy quantization in the first article of this chapter. This particle is bound to perform the simple harmonic motion between minus A to plus A only. It is not allowed to go beyond this. It is restricted to move inside these two limits. And therefore, its energy spectrum should not be continuous. It should be discrete one, and it is true only for some specific energy values. The first modification anticipated by quantum mechanics to this classical picture. The second modification anticipated by quantum mechanics to this classical picture is about the lowest possible energy. What is this lowest possible energy shown here? It is 0. The lowest possible energy shown here is equal to 0 here. According to quantum mechanics, the lowest possible energy for any harmonic oscillator is never 0. It may be very small, however small it may be, but it has certain definite value, and that definite value may be E0, which is not 0. This value may be E0, it may be a very small value, but it is never 0. The second modification anticipated by quantum mechanics. The third modification anticipated by quantum mechanics to this classical picture is the particle is restricted to move between minus A2 plus A in the potential well. It is not allowed to go beyond minus A or go beyond plus A. According to quantum mechanics, this is not true. The particle performing simple harmonic motion can penetrate the potential well. The particle may slightly go beyond minus A, the particle may slightly go beyond plus A. This is the third modification anticipated by quantum mechanics to this classical picture. This is the classical picture for energy spectrum of a harmonic oscillator. Okay, so taking into consideration the energy 1 by 2 Ka square at this extreme, or in general taking this energy V of x is equal to 1 by 2 kx square, in general we shall write the steady state Schrodinger equation to this harmonic oscillator using this value as the potential energy. Okay, and we shall incorporate the modifications anticipated by the quantum mechanics. We solve these things further so that we can have further idea of the behavior of quantum mechanics. So I think this is sufficient for this lecture. We shall discuss the remaining part in the next lecture. Thank you.